The foster care system failed her so badly that the state of Illinois is now being held accountable. Just a heads up that there is a lot of talk about abuse of a minor in this case. If that is triggering to you in any way, your mental health matters, please take care of yourself. Also, just a quick disclaimer that I'm just a girl and not a lawyer, and all this information is publicly available. Mackenzi Rose Felmlee was born on July 13, 2005 to Bonnie Rose Felmlee and Rasul Sykes. Initially, she lived with her parents and her 3 sisters. She was once an above-average student. She was on the honor roll, she ran track, and she had dreams and aspirations like most teenagers. However, life was not easy for her from the start. Her mother was incarcerated in Nevada when Mackenzi was little, and early on was placed temporarily with another guardian named Dennis Pickens. Then in 2018, her home life took a darker turn when it was discovered that nude photos of 13-year-old Mackenzi were found on Dennis's phone. Thankfully, he was later charged with producing child and essay involving Mackenzi. After these events, in 2019, the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services, also known as DCFS, took custody of Mackenzi and her sisters. And the girls' foster care placements changed multiple times over the years, getting placed with other relatives and other foster care homes in the state of Illinois. There was so much movement because the homes were reportedly, quote, not able to meet her needs. And after almost 2 years of getting shuffled around to multiple different homes, in April of 2020, DCFS placed Mackenzi in a specialized foster home in Fairview Heights, with a foster mother named Shamika Williams and Shamika's mother named Cornelia Reed. This was supposedly a home that took in children with emotional, behavioral, and other special needs. At that point, Mackenzi had been diagnosed with PTSD, bipolar disorder, and depression, so she needed to be under psychiatric care, which this home supposedly was going to support. She also had significant physical challenges. For example, she was incontinent, and according to prosecutors, she required diapers. If my lighting keeps changing, it's because the sun keeps going behind a cloud. Over the next few years, reports of her suffering escalated very quickly. Prosecutors allege that in the Williams home, Mackenzi was absolutely humiliated. It's reported that she was forced to wear feces-stained masks and underwear on her face. She was also allegedly beaten with belts, physically abused, restrained, and her condition worsened because of this. Other foster children in the home say that they saw similar abuse, but unfortunately not all previous complaints led to action. Then on May 11, 2024, around 2:30 a.m., Mackenzi was found unconscious and struggling to breathe at the bottom of the staircase leading to the basement of the home. She had visible bruises and abrasions on her neck, shoulders, legs, and face. And she was also severely underweight, weighing just 90 pounds at the time. She was also very significantly dehydrated. She did end up passing away, and a blood clot in her lungs was determined by the medical examiner to have caused her passing. Doctors believe that earlier medical intervention could have prevented her passing, aka if this child was actually cared for, she could still be here. And as time passed, the investigation uncovered many oversights and many failures within this case. Thankfully, Shamika Williams and Cornelia Reed were indicted on charges of first-degree involuntary manslaughter, aggravated domestic battery, unlawful restraint, and domestic battery. The charges reflect on how prosecutors believe they not only failed to protect Mackenzi, but also engaged in direct abuse towards Mackenzi. This wasn't just neglect, this was purposeful harm. Meanwhile, DCFS records showed that Mackenzi had 10 case supervisors over the past 5 years, so there was absolutely no consistency in her life. And her caseworker reports were found to be superficial, meaning that when actual home visits were supposed to be happening, caseworkers just copy and pasted whatever was in the last home visit without ever actually going and visiting the home and making sure that the child is okay. I'm getting so heated. And get this, 2 days before her passing, a caseworker noted that the foster mother had told them Mackenzi was, quote, struggling. But there were no credible reports of abuse, and nothing happened until after she passed. It's crazy to me that systems like DCFS are put in place to protect children, and then they end up absolutely doing nothing. Mackenzi's story is so heart-wrenching because she had so much potential. She was a great student. She was on honor roll. She was active. She was athletic. Her life should have gotten better over time. But instead, like I said, a foster system that was trusted to protect her did the opposite. She suffered neglect, abuse, and ultimately lost her life in the very place that she was supposed to be safe, in a foster home. I mean, I have so many questions. Number 1, why did it take so long for allegations to be acknowledged? Number 2, why were some complaints ignored and dismissed? Number 3, why weren't her medical needs addressed sooner? Number 4, I wonder how many warnings went unheard. And number 5, how many home visits were faked. The list could go on, but we would be here for hours. Mackenzi is remembered by those who knew her as a girl who once dreamed big, a girl who had hopes and talents. She deserved protection and respect. Those who knew her speak of her resilience, her heart, and how deeply wrong it was that the system failed her when she needed it most. That is all I have on the case. I would love to know your guys' thoughts in the comments. I got really heated in this one, and I think I was right for that. This case really pissed me off. I post true crime videos. If you like this type of content, follow so you don't miss my next video, and please stay safe out there because you never know what's right around the corner.